stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here comes Ben Roethlisberger out onto the field ready to lead this Steeler offense.
We talk so often about his physical attributes, of course the Big Ben nickname, his ability to take hits in the pocket, his ability to extend plays and get outside of the pocket. But how about this for efficiency? Top 10 in career NFL passer rating, and he's one of the top 5 winningest quarterbacks in NFL history. That's pretty darn good.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Complete.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
12.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On fourth down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Watson rolling to his right, and he's going to keep it here. Nifty job there on the scramble. Got 12 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Right there in the middle, 55. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
Throwing again is Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. J.J. Watt just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, he's got his tight end. It's Fells. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson, and that will be incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Pittsburgh. That's the end of the 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. First carry for James Conner. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Connor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could be a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
36-yard line.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson got a man complete. It's Fuller again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the veteran QB, Ben Roethlisberger. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this 2nd half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
at their own 20.
Houston set to take over. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Watson. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Like 20.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a give to Connor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll dump this one off to Connor. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They run the counter. It's Connor, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Roethlisberger. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. On the return, Johnson. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away and trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson. His throw incomplete. Well, Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Watson on target here to Fuller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Watson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells there to make the grab, and the Texans have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Out of the gun, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Samuels. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. He'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
14. First down, Steelers.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a first and 10 at the 18. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Number 30,
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Watson and the Texans now down 13-6, less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now it's Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, it's Fells. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
10 at the 30-yard line.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.